Hello.
Yep, we're live. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm Cuddly Kodiak, and this is my brother,
Robert, pleasure to meet you all.
aka the Slayer of Krakens. Today we're going to do a bit of an experiment. He's visiting from where he lives, which is different to where I live. And we decided to do something stream something that we do all the time, which is world building, and we love it. It's the best. So nice.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that. We're also going to make a mind map of things, and we'll share that. Make sure there's a link to my Twitter account or something, so that you can access this if you want. Please be inspired and go forth, do what you want with this. And if you do something big, contact us. Let us know. Maybe we want to be a part of it. Maybe you just want to be mentioned.
Yeah. Please expand. Use
Expand.
it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Anyway, we shall now begin.
Yeah. So what we started out with was a couple of days ago. Daniel.
I came up with Daniel is Cuddly Kodiak.
Yeah. Sorry. Cuddly Kodiak came up with a bit of a prompt for us, which was Anthem. Oh crap. Of War.
So this idea was inspired by this character who, the way he fights is he uses these like metal sticks essentially, and he just drums away at people, and he gets so good, it starts to sound like he's like this. It's musical. The way he fights, it's rhythmic, it's musical, and it's like this anthem of death and destruction. Yeah,
right.
and I thought, like, wouldn't that be cool if he was like named Anthem of War or something? It's like if he was in a Colosseum, if he was a gladiator. What if he was that was his title, like Anthem of War or Anthem of Death or something like that. And he's like, maybe one of the things that I envisioned was that where he would spin his battle sticks so fast that they make a sound, a whistling sound.
I'm so bad at spelling.
We will clean up all the spelling mistakes. This is live, so
oh no,
be kind.
Colosseum? I'm so terrible.
How long? I'll help.
Oh.
That's.
I've mungled it so badly. Cool.
What does that mean?
Search Google. Okay, let's do that one. Wait, just copy and paste that, because that's spelled differently. Alright. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Mouse away.
Yeah.
Feel free to engage, suggest ideas, chat, join us in the chat. Also, feel free not to. This is a very chill stream.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Be comfortable doing what you want.
Cool.
So yes, so this Anthem of War. So like.
Yeah, cool. That's very cool.
And.
I'll do this.
Or Anthem of Death or something. Like.
Yeah.
But then I started getting like really turned on, like, what other anthems could there be, and what would this mean? So,
can I have the mouse? Actually,
you may have the mouse.
Thank you. The Holy Grail.
No, the Holy Mouse.
The Holy Mouse. Anthem of War. Here we go. I think this should come under his location. Yeah. Okay. So, what kind of anthems there would be?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna rename this.
Would they have like an effect on the world? Like, could anthems actually be like an integral part of the world, like a low fantasy kind of? So that's where I went. But anthems were actually present in the world. So, like, there was an anthem of, so like when there was war, there was this anthem playing that would include all like the sounds of like despair, of hope, courage, bravery, pain and stuff.
Wow, okay.
And like, or even simple things, like if there was like the anthem of life would play when something was giving birth or on a growing field, and it was just present in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
This
you
went,
started out with like
yeah,
characters, but
and
then now
now
you
I've
think
gone
about it.
world building, like,
Cool, as in like just these
yeah.
integral parts of the world.
And then so the character could still be called Anthem of War, but that's a title and also like a champion of war.
Yeah. Okay.
And now,
Cool.
like, does this mean that does that like give him any superpowers or not? You know, like,
Okay.
um, does what comes first? Does the anthem drive war, which drives more people to go to war, or is that like,
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay. Uh.
yeah? So like one scene I have that's just like hauntingly tragic in my mind is you have like the anthem of fire. So like this music, a specific type of music that plays wherever there's fire. But like when there's a in the village burning, so you have this haunting visage of this village burning, and you hear the music of fire playing, but also of death and pain and
Mm,
terror. And it's like this
mm,
really haunting, tragic
mm,
aspect, like that honors or portrays, gives an oral portrayal of what's happening, and
yeah.
it's reactive as well. So if you hear screams and stuff, it will react around it. Like it becomes
Yeah.
part of the choir essentially of this anthem. It's like it's everywhere. It's like music is like
Mm,
it's everywhere.
uh,
Wow.
yeah. Cool. Okay. Um. Man. Do you think that this character would still be in the Colosseum, or is
Oh,
that
and
just
it
your
doesn't matter
genesis?
because
Yeah. Cool.
it's still it so this is the thing where we get to try and work out, like, is it dependent upon like what the person's feeling, or like the situation? Is there like a specific like
Trigger for it. Yeah. Interesting.
or if there's like a particular sound for like just fighting, so like a specific melody that just comes from like brawling,
Hmm.
and or dueling or that kind of thing.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So I like the idea that there's that it's like an inherent part of the world. It's
Yes.
just part.
I love the other like image I have in my head is like you see wind blowing through a field, and with that there's like the sound of wind and the
Mm,
rustling of life and the melody of plants. It's like you hear that, but now it's like actual music,
yeah.
and I think it
Yeah.
just like makes the world so grand, adds such like a grand sort of feeling to it, but without making it like any different really. It's not like high magic floating mountains in the distance or
Right.
sci-fi,
Yeah. Interesting.
but it adds this like real magnificence and feeling to sort of normal everyday.
Yeah. And wonder.
Exactly. And I did think of this. It changes like what are musicians for?
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Is I like the idea that it's just an inherent part of the world,
Yeah.
and it's not something like, oh, you have to be chosen to hear it or
No,
something
no,
like
no, no,
this.
no, no.
It's just
Everyone can.
yeah. A second is that there are people that can harness it
Yeah.
on some level,
Yeah.
are magicians. And then on top of that, there are avatars of them.
Yeah.
Just these like champion
Yeah.
embodiments or something like this. Or at least they're believed to be.
Yeah.
Maybe it's interesting that you get someone who's vibrant with the
Yeah.
Anthem of War to such extent that people call them an avatar.
Yeah. But if they're actually an avatar or not.
Yeah.
So for my thing, I was like, maybe musicians, they don't make music. They try to control, like produce, shape already the inherent the music of the world. It's like there's a fire playing, so they'll add like how you can add like salt or something to fires to change the shape
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they don't try to, they try to meld with the music of the world already, and to inspire and then isn't it like an anthem of music? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Oh, Pebble.
Pebble. They're a Pebble. They're a race.
Yeah, it's canon. uh,
Pebble.
is there a way of zooming in on this? Yeah,
Yes.
it seems like it.
Or you can actually use the zoom.
I think we should do both. Oh,
I don't think you need to zoom.
does it actually? Oh, it just does that. It's the same thing. With a particular and avatar. Bam. So
You pull.
there's gonna be a lot of that. Yeah.
Right. So in my mind, there's actually, you can have many different like anthems of like champions of war, like anthems of war, because
Okay.
you get like different types of fighters. You get that honorable, noble knight, you know, or that raging, bloodthirsty berserker, or that strategic, cold tactician, you know.
Right. That strikes me as you're starting to get into like hybrids, where
Really?
like an anthem of war and an avatar of the anthem of war and the anthem of honor, or like of like bloodthirst,
Right, yeah.
or
Okay, interesting.
like wisdom or something.
Well, then what's the purity of war?
Just like unadulterated pure war, where
How does that different from bloodthirst?
it gets some subtlety, but and I think it wouldn't be obvious to the characters at first, but as the book or whatever, or the media actually went through, you kind of understand it a little bit more, where it's like he doesn't want death.
No.
He doesn't want to kill. He doesn't want, he's not there for the bloodlust. He's there for the war. And it's just,
Right.
I think it'd be interesting to think of a character that's purely that.
Lives and dies with war. But like, you get different kind of warriors in general. Like,
Absolutely.
then doesn't that mean like there should be
Multiple?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then we're talking about people who, I feel like then we're talking about people who are super strongly linked with it, or like it thrums in their veins, but maybe that's different to an avatar. Like
I don't know if maybe there could be
embodiment.
an avatar.
Okay.
Because you could do that with fire. You know, fire, water, earth, and stuff. But like concepts like honor, that gets really tricky.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And then you actually don't get to grasp the full, from my experience in books and stuff, you don't get to grasp the nuances of like honor.
If there's like one guy who's this.
Yeah. Or like if you're just going for pure honor, there comes a point where it becomes cold and clinical. That's not the full richness of honor, you know?
Right.
So I'm not sure if we can have avatars. But I think it would be really cool if there were like places where that is the anthem of honor. You know, like music, physical embodiment, like a place where honor has so congregated, so much has like honor. It's now like a physical embodiment of honor. Like it's just music physically there in the world. You can touch it, see it, taste it. Okay, maybe not taste it, but
yeah.
I think I like the fact that things are so complex. There's no like one purity of things. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
There's
Cool.
nuance.
Okay. So, this might go into. Oh, I think I was trying to find it somewhere. Oh no. Embodiment.
I think it's I, not I.
Oh. That is weird. Yeah, I stand
Yeah.
corrected.
While I was trying desperately not to ponder this, but still doing.
Yeah, this was supposed to be the seed of our idea.
Not something that was supposed to. We actually need viewers, people to chat, so you guys can give us the seed, so that we can.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
But as I was doing that, I was thinking, what's like the great enemy?
Okay.
What's the great enemy? By the way, the way we work is we just sort of like say bunches of things, and then once we get to a point where like everything's sort of down, we'll go from here to there to there. You know,
Oh yeah.
and then we sort of like make it nice and cohesive.
Yeah.
That's how we work. We don't
very-
just go like, let's focus on.
We must figure out the way that they transport their goods.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I respect that, and that's an incredible way for somebody to be able to do that. We can start there.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, but we don't do it that way. Sorry for people who need organization straight from the get-go.
Alright, the great enemy.
Was silence.
I was thinking that.
You know what? It's like obvious, isn't it?
Man, how chilling it would be for the people in this world to encounter just like pure
Silence.
dead silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, in a way, it makes the kind of like what feel like the world lead the way in this world. I no offense to deaf people or anything. The world's not suddenly great for you guys.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But for these people, silence would just how integral it is. Would just sort of make the world less.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what's already happened.
Whoa.
The anthems have left.
Whoa. A world not unlike our own.
Yes. Yeah, like nothingness. It's the same, like.
Yeah, okay. So does this.
Could you imagine, like, a champion of silence?
Oh, man.
That would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Somebody who's just. Maybe he should be deaf. No offense.
It's different to, like, bring silence.
That's true.
And, okay, I actually want to differentiate here because I think the great enemy shouldn't be the lack of all sound.
No.
Because that necessarily isn't a bad
No,
thing.
it should be the silence.
It's the lack of music.
Yeah.
It's the silencing of the anthems.
Yes.
Yeah.
But why is that important?
Why is that difference important?
Yes. No, I totally agree it should be. But now we need, like, the reason why. It's like, how are the anthems important? You know?
Right. And that will build into
Yeah.
all this other stuff, what they're used for.
Yeah. Why are the anthems important?
Excellent question. Place in the world, people who can harness it. Can we? Oh, I need to write this here. Musicians. So, that shit's really cool.
I don't know. And I think maybe like magicians and musicians, they almost do the same thing, but they're actually different.
Oh, cool.
You know, like,
Yeah.
and so like people can pretend to be a magician
Yeah.
by being a musician. Like there's like alchemy and magic kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
except the musicians are kind of like alchemists. Like,
Yeah.
although, but I do like the idea that magicians are people who, you know, sing with sound to make things happen.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Is there? I don't know. Is there like a differentiator in like the realm of music between like professional, like you get an operatic singer, like is there like a do you know of a
Oh, interesting.
you know like
Yeah.
you get a soldier and just sort of a warrior, like you get a trained soldier and a militia, like there's a difference between the two.
Yeah.
And like the trained soldier is the magician, but the militia is the musician, you know?
Okay, that's interesting.
You ponder that, I'll be right back.
Yeah, fair enough. Woo! I'm fine. Oh no. Terrifying.
We live in a small space. Well, I live in a small space.
very similar to.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Can it be put in devices
Hmm.
or devices that can harness it or something like this?
I would say no, because then you get the anthem of machinery and like ingenuity and invention.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So
We need to define a bit more about what
and
actually an anthem is.
yeah.
Is it based on people's perceptions? Is it like does it
So in my mind, it was a fundamental aspect of the universe.
mm, mm, Okay, cool. So it exists apart from humans.
Yes.
We don't necessarily influence
No, animals can hear it.
it. Okay.
It's like, yeah,
Okay.
the Everstorm in Brandon Sanderson's the Stormlight Chronicles.
Stormlight Archives.
Yeah.
The High Storm.
Mm.
Yeah. Right. Influence by people. I'll actually put this separately. Cool.
I mean, like plants and stuff. The question is like, is it the chicken and the egg thing? Like, what comes first, the anthem or like
Yeah.
the
What
fire?
causes wind?
Yeah.
Does wind cause the anthem of wind, or does the anthem of wind cause wind?
Yeah. Exactly.
We probably need to decide this.
In my mind, it was the more something becomes like more in line with the anthem, the more the anthem can influence. It's like if our champion of war, our anthem of war, the better warrior he became, the more the anthem played around him, and then perhaps granted him abilities.
Yeah.
Something like with wind, it's one and the same thing because wind is wind, regardless.
But I don't know. You would probably get a bunch of different types of wind, like
I know.
a summer sea breeze or
Yes, and
a
they would all have
roaring
different
gale.
melodies and stuff. But I'm thinking maybe with things like that, you can't separate the two. You can't have like wind and anthem or without anthem.
Yeah, I almost leaning towards this. They're just the same.
Yeah,
They're like strong winds is strong anthem and strong winds.
Exactly.
It's just like yeah. Cause effect intrinsic
No one the same. But then you get like concepts like war, and that's where it gets a bit more interesting.
Does the Anthem of War cause war, or does the war cause the Anthem of War?
No, it must be.
So now we're going into like free will or something.
Yeah. Also, like, if there's like an anthem of the hunt, how does an animal hunt?
And there's an animal hunt.
Yeah, like, how does a predator catch its prey if there's a sound playing of hunting?
Dear, it's just like, why do I hear that Kiss music? It just runs.
But actually, like, if we make that, it is. That leads to like some really interesting, like evolutionary shit. Yeah, like all prey has like really sensitive hearing. In fact,
to the music,
sight isn't even really necessary.
Yeah, interesting.
You know,
interesting. And then something like the silence
is
just sent the world like reeling.
Exactly, because like everything was sort of like developed for that. Then I guess it must become quite easy to hunt predators for humans when they're on the hunt, because they're not developed to sense.
The predators aren't developed as here to sense the anthem of the hunt. Yeah.
So maybe. Sorry, this is just a real tangent, but like one of the ways that hunting developed is that it's actually easier to prey upon predators than it is prey.
Yeah. Maybe.
So maybe there's like this aspect of either you wait until the predator has caught prey and then you hunt, or you domesticate the predators to do your hunt. Like,
interesting.
But also dangerous because they're predators.
Yeah.
But like maybe hunting is a very special profession then. Like it's like it's not just a ordinary every. It's a particular role.
Interesting. So,
This is so fun. This is like
okay. So now, does the presence of the hunt does the presence of the anthem of the hunt make the predators stronger?
Ooh, maybe that's apex predators.
That I do like this idea of like a T-Rex or something that's just like the king of the forest.
Yeah.
And as it stomps through, you can just hear
it. Yeah. And it's like a like a beat, like a like sound of a heart beating. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And that's like oh my word. And imagine a human becoming like the equivalent of
oh shit.
Oh man. This like totally changes the way the world.
Yeah.
Now, is there like, I'm sorry, but this is just like, is there a difference between the silence of the enemy and silence, like the anthem of silence?
It would be something like the anthem of stillness,
Yeah.
peace, and when the enemy comes, it's silence.
Okay. Like maybe there's always like this comforting white noise or hum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And when it's like, or when it's just normal and peaceful, but when it's like fearful, it's like this strumming, like there's like
tense
like you can just feel.
Yeah, man.
But the enemy of silence is true silence.
Yeah,
man.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
um,
Man, this is the time where it'd be so great to have like somebody who loves music. Just
so
starts like,
yeah.
if this stream kicks off, I'm totally gonna have a little team of creative people. One guy will be drawing.
Oh.
Perhaps we should save.
Yes. Excellent point. I was going to say that it saves automatically, but I
want to save
actually...
it on.
Yeah, I want to remember that you have to turn on autosave, which is very brutal. And I dislike that mind mud.
Okay.
Okay, so...
It's there in the world. So in this century, this is like a low fantasy world, but like the more in tune you come to something, the more power you get. What sort of power levels are we talking?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And how does one fight silence?
Yeah, I don't know. You make your sound as loud as possible.
So I guess the more in tune, the louder it becomes. And then if you have like every sort of anthem playing at its loudest.
Yeah, like all the avatars at once. And all the humans, yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Yes.
Hmm.
You know, with humans, or any races that we have, the fact that you can hear fear, like, makes such a difference. And when that's all gone, like, imagine the chaos that was just for like interactions, like hearing. You should be able to hear fear or anger or even lies.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Oh man, maybe maybe hiding your anthems is like a skill for con men or something.
Yeah. Or like
concealing them, or
I think in a fun way, if like the anthem of lying does its best to sound copy, like to sound like
just naturally.
Yeah.
Just naturally imitates whatever it's trying to.
Yeah.
But a really well trained ear can like distinguish the
difference.
difference. Yeah, that's good.
As long as the lie's good. Like
yeah. I need a thing like this. Eyes. Imitates.
imitates whatever the anthem the lies. Oh yeah, imitates whatever anthem the lies imitate. Okay, we'll have to work on the structure. By the way, I just want to encourage or welcome people to come and join in, be a part of this creative process. We'd love to hear your ideas. Please join in.
Please, absolutely.
This is not just me and my brother doing it, although it is me and my brother doing it. But we love creativity and we encourage people to share theirs with us.
Bam.
Oh my word. I would love to see this like in a TV show or something. Like,
There's a lot of pressure on that composer.
yeah. But like Hans Zimmer or like
Oh my gosh.
these people are just.
No. Oh my gosh.
If anybody knows a Hans Zimmer like who isn't really famous yet, please let us know.
Yes, yes. A very, very cheap Hans Zimmer.
Very, very available Hans Zimmer.
That would be
Yeah.
optimal. Uh, is that stuff we were talking about earlier? Yeah. Gotta remember to capitalize all these things. Now, there's a difference. Ooh, I'm gonna throw this out here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between an anthem and a song.
Yes. In fact, we might be even using the wrong word.
Potentially.
Yeah.
It's a cool word.
It's a cool word, let's be honest.
Now, what is that difference, and how does it reflect into our world?
I kind of want everything to have like a particular beat or melody or something.
Mm.
And what like when you combine all of the different aspects, combine them all, that's what they create. They create a melody.
Mm.
So like a fire is
Right. No. I'm not in terms of the actual form itself. I'm talking about conceptually, like an anthem, like the national anthem.
Yeah.
It's this like representation.
Symbolic.
Yeah.
Well, in case it does work.
In which case it works perfectly.
Yes.
But I just wanted to take a moment to think about this.
No. You're just reaffirming our genius.
Yeah. yes. Precisely.
These are our credentials, people.
Every now and then it's important to reaffirm our genius.
So, right. I guess the anthem is like the purest expression. It's like instead of calling a champion or an avatar, it's an anthem. It's like the symbolically represents. It's like
okay. Right. So you're saying anthem is a title
and
the thing,
yeah,
and the actual thing. Yeah, that sounds good. You can have the Anthem of War, and then you have the Anthem of War.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, that's like one of the great honors of someone's life.
Cool.
Like something to achieve and work for is like becoming the namesake of one of the inherent essences of reality.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yes, it's the namesake. I think it would be interesting. There's a possibility here of something like humans use it as a title, and anyone that has that thing, like super that thrum with that anthem gets given that title by humans.
Yeah.
But at one point in the story,
it becomes
an actual anthem of war comes, like the actual embodiment.
Yeah,
and everyone is just floored. And it's just like...
I like that. People can be given the title, but people can give the title, and it's like sort of yay, it's fine. I am the Kingdom of Celeste's Anthem of War.
Yeah.
But then you actually get like and there's like no comparison between the two. So then I guess anthems are rare, and there doesn't have to be one living at any time.
Yes, right, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, this is. Oh no. Uh, hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like this idea of a character coming into contact with
Mm.
the actual anthem, and it not necessarily being embodied into a person, but just like feeling
Yeah.
the infinite
Yeah.
expanse of it.
I'm having a thought. If
Mm,
this shouldn't just be, instead of like having a great enemy, which is silence,
mm,
because I'm not actually sure how that would come about. We can do it.
mm.
But what if it was the backdrop of this like grand tale instead?
Ah,
Like this, like a Game of
sort of.
Thrones kind of thing, you know,
Mm,
rather than the story, like the focus of the
yeah.
story. I mean, you follow, maybe you follow the path of someone becoming an anthem of war, you know?
But it's
Yeah,
it's not the central conflict.
yeah, and maybe those places which have represent like actual like the physical places that have been so suffused with that particular thing are like points of power. It's like if there was an place where war was so
Mm,
training could happen better. Like you
mm,
develop warriors better, you know, soldiers.
mm. Interesting.
So like they become strategic points of.
Okay. So wait, this ties into this whole is the anthem the cause of the effect?
Mm.
Uh,
But I'm thinking
we might be able to solve this by saying,
if they're intrinsic, and you go to a place, yeah, uh,
I'm wondering if we say something like humans are unique because they had to choose an anthem.
their
Or something
cognitive
like
abilities interact with it. Like that higher reasoning interacts with that like higher dimension, something.
this.
I mean, if you listen to something for long enough, it becomes a part of you.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
I guess that's the reasoning there. That solves the problem.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's how it works on an individual level. But I don't. Would you be able to just find a place in the world that was like a heavily concentrated anthem of war,
Yeah.
one
Well,
that had no fighting, right? So you need things there
well,
in a war.
yeah. Well, I mean, if it was like the place of a great war, like the greatest battle ever to happen,
Cool.
I think maybe
Okay.
it would still be there. But maybe
Yes.
war is one of those things where there's no central point. It's just like
Well, yeah. I guess it's definitely that chicken
like
and the
with
egg
death,
thing.
there's no like one place of death. Although there could be.
Potentially. I like the idea of the site of a great battle.
Yeah.
Just being this like
Yeah.
embodiment of war.
But then say it's fire. We'll say it's fire, right? And so like there's this place of fire, and like things burn. Or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I
That's
mean by
kind
the
of there's no
cause of
like
the effect?
tactical, strategical like could it? I mean, if there was a place of wood and that wood kept growing and stuff, that makes sense. Like
So if there was a place where the ecological environment
yeah,
was conducive to things growing, like naturally fertile
yeah,
soil or something like this, then that becoming a place thrumming with the
yeah,
anthem of life
yeah.
makes sense.
But
Uh,
then that would be important because that place could produce food.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
hugely important.
So that's I'm trying to think of what like
Yeah, did it?
if we even want to go down this thing of like, do we want the anthem to be the focus or just the background?
Yeah, yeah,
I kind of like the idea of it being the background.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a little different from.
Yeah, cool. Just becomes like a thing in the world. That
Yeah.
sounds good. Very similar to Spren in terms of its role.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's completely ignored, but it's not like
Yeah.
the enemy is destroying Anthem. It's not like you can destroy gravity, you know? So it's a tool. It's a...
I do like this idea of there's a kingdom that has killed their anthems and they're out to kill the rest of the world's anthems.
That's really good. That's really good. Oh, that's really good. I like that. But also, like, do I like the connotations?
Yeah.
Of that?
Do we want that in our world?
Yes. Do we want that to be a thing? I mean, I guess you get the Anthem of Destruction.
Yeah. But that would be another cool part of it, though, is that, you know, Anthem of Destruction or Anthem of Death or something could be a natural enemy of the anthems of the world.
Yeah.
Right, and there's like, oh, this evil thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes into contact with this place that killed their anthems, they're still enemies because it's still an anthem. So you get this like source of just like angry evil or whatever, the Anthem of Destruction, versus this cold, dead, silent, like. Yeah.
I really like that. I really like that. Oh.
And
That way that would probably work is if it was from a different dimension or from outer space.
Interesting. Invaders or something.
Invasive something.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only way you could achieve that is through high science. You know, like splitting the atom.
I keep
you split the
that.
anthem.
Yeah, splitting the anthem. Yeah.
That's good. That's a really good idea.
Look, let's actually put this under here.
But I think the best way for that to
Just fine.
I think the best way to do that is if there was a hole ripped in reality, and a completely different race was coming through, and that hole was like
sucking in.
Yeah. Or
yeah, so that's different. That might be slightly different too. They've killed their anthems, unless that other world did have anthems and they killed them there, and so then they found like the source of anthems in the world, and they killed that or something.
But it also destroyed their world.
Oh shit!
Why are they coming here?
Yeah. Why did? Yeah, they wouldn't
Maybe
be.
they're harvesting.
Oh shit!
Maybe they found a way to harvest anthems.
Oh shit! That's pretty. Yeah.
Wow. That's terrifying. They killed theirs. Now they're trying to save their world by harvesting others.
Oh wow. Yeah. I also like this idea of an old person who has noticed that a particular anthem is dimmer than when they were young. It's quieter.
Yeah.
It didn't. It doesn't ring like it used to.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. This is good. Oh. You doing okay?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
No, sign in. Please don't tell me this is lost.
No. Let's just. Ooh. Okay. Let's.
I didn't know you could do that.
I know, it's crazy, right?
That's awesome.
Right click duplicate. Ah, that worked.
Okay. Save.
Oh, that's a web page. Make a copy? That seems like a good idea.
That needs to look like the mind map we had when we wanted ideas for a particular thing.
Only way smaller. Yeah, okay. Invaders from a different world. I don't know.
I like the idea of like these Nazi gas mask, like
Shit.
people, like grey outfits, like with flamethrowers, but like they're sucking in, like.
Oh, what? Oh my gosh.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, a science thing.
Like this, like steampunk.
What if instead of it being a technology thing,
Yeah.
I'm just throwing this out here, they like made a new anthem, the Anthem of Silence, or like, and it's their anti-anthem.
Oh wow.
And they like their schools, their society, they grew up on living and embodying the Anthem of Silence, the synthetic anthem.
That's really interesting.
And that's what they're
so
bringing.
A race that's created, they instead of evolving to like, be good with Anthem, they were like, okay, enough of this. We don't want sound.
Yeah.
We don't want these anthems.
It's the result of this like
artificial.
Yeah.
So they can't live. Let's say they can't live in like Anthem anymore. Like,
yeah.
They reject it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, maybe it shouldn't even be called Anthem.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of Anthem?
It's like silence. Just say the silence.
There we go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Actually, what are some like synonyms of silence? Maybe there's like something a little more. The hush.
The hush.
That's pretty cool.
The gag.
The stifle.
Oh man.
Censor. The censor.
The censor. Oh wow, that's pretty good.
That's cool.
That's a good name as well.
Yeah. The censor.
Yeah, interesting.
Although I love that they're like a little goblinoid race. They call it like the squelch.
The squelch. The quencher.
we quash it. The muffle.
The muffle. Overall, that's not a word I've heard before.
Oh yeah. Overawed?
Ah, I guess I have
Yeah.
heard of it.
It's not common.
Huh.
I like the
The
sensor.
sensor. Yeah, let's go with that. I'll just. We made a copy, so I'm just gonna close this. Sensor. I'll do this. The sensor.
That's a good one. That's really good.
Oh, there. All society is built around
This.
uh
They live in this.
embodying the sensor.
You know, I think it'd be cool if, like, the way they never speak.
Yeah, that's
They communicate
interesting.
using, like,
Yeah.
or even by, like, bioluminescence. Like they use.
Oh
They
wow.
communicate by glowing. Patterns of glowing.
Embodying. Yeah. Okay. They don't communicate.
They don't speak.
Yeah.
And they go around fighting in, like, soundproof suits.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
They don't speak. They fight. Soundproof suits. They communicate. Bioluminescent
I actually got this from
pulses.
Yeah, I got this from Mass Effect, which is what the Hanar do, the floating jellyfish guys.
Oh, really? Oh,
They
wow.
so I was inspired by that, and I love the idea that they oh, totally different idea. They come from a world where it's not sound that's important; it's sight.
Okay. Yeah.
Or they experience a whole different aspect of it. Either way, they experience the world differently. They use it through sight.
Yeah. Interesting.
So maybe I don't know if I like the idea that they come from a world that sound isn't important, it's sight, but like that's how they see the world. Like they see
Okay.
like
Yeah, I do want to get into a little bit about what their philosophy is,
Yeah.
because I think it's probably most compelling if it well, typically is, where they have this like fervent belief that what they're doing is
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Like there's this charismatic leader who believes he's curing the world of these
Well,
anthems.
what if somehow they did come from a different world and the anthems are bleeding into it and it's killing them?
Oh shit. Oh man.
I'll be right back. Leave you with that bombshell.
And on that bombshell. Um, I'm thinking of the uh, this opening for the Char in Guild Wars, where they talk about how they killed their gods. This is that um And that like core concept is incredibly compelling to me.
Oh, sorry.
Your button.
Sorry.
I'm reminded of this, the Char intro race cinematic.
Oh, they killed their gods.
I am Char.
I don't know if we can do this live.
Huh?
I don't think we can do this live.
Well, are we allowed to play videos live?
Yeah, no, I don't think we're...
Oh, we definitely are.
Really?
Oh, yeah, everyone does it.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to get into trouble.
Oh, yeah, don't worry.
In this world of constant battle.
It's, we can't play copyrighted music. And then it's just music.
Okay.
But
this belongs to Good Wars 2. We're watching a cinematic trailer. We love you very much. Thank you very much. Please don't hurt us.
yes, yeah, and we just need some form of like commentary. The worst comes to worst, some form of commentary to say it's fair use.
Yeah.
I am the deadliest weapon of all. I respect no authority but the clenched fist of my legion. With engines of destruction, we have killed our gods. We reclaimed our homeland of Ascalon, and we planted victory banners on the graves of our enemies. Yet,
That's beautiful.
if we waver,
Should you open up the...
Hey, sweet.
Hey, gorgeous.
It's our cat.
It's Cammy the cat.
Cammy the cat.
Gorgeous.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hello, sweetheart.
Brother, could you go to my to this thing right here?
This thing?
Yeah. Go up to there.
Whoa!
Okay.
Do-do-do-do.
I think we might have to stop.
Oh no, sorry. All right. What's happening?
So we've done a total of, I think, a gig.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
well,
unfortunately, we have to leave it there.
It's been a pleasure.
Because we have now 4 gigabytes until Tuesday to last. But being serious here. Click on home.
Home. Amazing.
Hey.
Amazing. Yes. So
So-
yeah, we're running out of internet a little bit, so
Yeah.
we'll have to cut the stream a bit short. But this was a lot of fun. We should do it again sometime.
We will do it again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
My brother.
I love you too, my special brother.
Anyway,
And we can do it remotely as well. I don't
So
have to
cool.
wait until I
So
come back. Yeah.
next week, Saturday.
Oh, whoa. I don't know about a weekly thing.
If you want next week, Saturday, chart and chat.
Chat and chat.
There will be chart and chat.
If we get
We have no
10
viewers.
likes on this video.
Well, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, we should
we
absolutely
should do
do
it again sometime.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks very
Kodiak
much,
Chat.
guys. Goodbye, everyone. And then this button.